You know say too much garri dey cause alcohol. And you know say this your garri wey you dey take na because of Satan. Now, let me show you how you can increase your income. Let me show you ways. Stop drinking garri every single day. There are other types of food. There's rice, there's beans, there's chicken, there's so many other things. But you cannot afford those things if you rely on only one source of income, which is your salary. In the next 100 days, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make money both from cryptocurrency, forex, and from owning a business. And that is not just all. I'll be adding a bonus on teaching you life skills, how to get out of depression, how to handle breakup, and how to live a best life. If you are interested in turning finance around, click on the link below. Join me on this transformative journey. It is absolutely free. Stop drinking garri every time. Because I said it's free doesn't mean that the link is going to remain open forever. Get on the board. I'll see you then. Chukwudi, what exactly is your work? 2 years, you have sold phone, you have sold car, you have sold shoes, and now you are selling furniture. What exactly is your work? Now, are you like Chukwudi, that you have been selling different kind of things? I understand. I'm sure it's because you are trying to make ends meet. Country hard. That is one of the reasons why in the next 100 days, I'm going to be showing you a better way of doing this thing. How you can find purpose, how you can stay and focus on a business and build it and become a huge name. I'm going to be teaching you how to build a successful business. And even if you decide that you want to go online and you want to diversify, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it. And also I'm going to be fixing that mindset of yours that has been taking you pure. Join me on this 100-day journey. It's absolutely free. Titled Mind and Money. I am going to be teaching you skills that will help you transform not just your mind but also your pocket. Click on the link below to get registered. See you there. All right. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 8. Day 8. Today is a Sunday, but fortunately, we are still running this. There is no weekends. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are going every single day, right? Okay, so today is going to be very brief because I'm going to be answering one major question. And the question is, why minds and money? That's the major question I'm going to answer, right? But before then, we're going to do a quick recap of all what we talked about this week, right? Day 1, we started with an introduction of the whole concept of minds and money. And I went on to explain how each day will be partitioned and all of that for you to make maximum, for you to benefit maximally from the Mind and Money series. It is very important that you watch all the videos. It is very important that you go back from the day 1 and watch all the videos. It's less than an hour, right? It's just somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes. It's very important you watch that. So for you to really understand what this program is about, I think day 1 is very important. And on the second day, we went on to talk about dollar at 1,500. Right, we talked about dollar at 1,500, and while we were still talking about it, a day or two after that, dollar shot up to as high as 1,700 and returned back to below 1,005. But this is to say that our $2,000 dollar at 2,000 naira is very close. Dollar at 2,000 naira is very close. So, what do you do? How do you how do you navigate? How do you stay afloat? How do you stay out of this whole pressure? Just recently, I believe over the weekend, was it over the weekend, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I heard that the federal government has increased import tax. Increasing import tax by 43%. Let me explain what it means, right? If you were supposed to pay $1,000, and they are giving you at the rate, that's the import tax exchange rate. So if the official rate in the bank is 950 naira, for instance, now with the new law, If you want to pay for import duties, you'll be paying 43% more. So you'll be spending close to 1,350 naira. What is the effect of this? It means that we are going to have increase in imported goods. Any item that is imported is going to increase in price. Now, this is going to further reduce the purchasing power. And that was one of the things the president said, that the first thing is going to do is to reduce the purchasing power. And we did not understand what that meant. What that meant is that you will not have the ability to buy things. You will reduce the purchasing power. And this is a very serious issue, right? So for you to find on that video on it was on Monday, we talked extensively, day 2, about how you can navigate, how you can not just survive but thrive under these conditions. I gave so many reasons or so many ways out of this present financial issue that financial situation we find ourselves. So find your way and get that video, right? You can get it both on YouTube, you can get it on Facebook. Just look for the video. It will bless you so much, right? Then on Tuesday, we looked at why every investor or why every Nigerian should be getting involved in cryptocurrency, right? I've been in the online space for over a decade, and the truth of the matter is, in one of the groups I belong to, a few persons, there was a conversation going on about how a lot of us made money in the early days of the internet. I started playing around the internet sometime 2007, 2008. That's when I started making some money. And there are a lot of monies I left on the table, right? A lot of people. Someone actually said after making over $3,500, that's as far back as 2009, 2009. He couldn't access it because there was no way, to get back that money, right? So there are a lot of reasons why Nigerians should be getting into cryptocurrency. If you have the idea, or if you are thinking that crypto is scam, crypto is this one, let me tell you, you are very wrong, right? You are very wrong. So one of the things I would advise you to do is go and watch that video. And I'm sure you'd have been hearing things like the bull run, the bull run, the bull run, the bull run. A lot of people, you're hearing about Bitcoin, you're hearing about this. I mean, why not? My question is, why are you not at least trying to look at it? Why are you not at least trying to look at it? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why am I not even considering, what is this? If there was money in it, don't you think you'll be doing yourself a disfavor? Right? I went on to explain a whole lot about why you should be playing with crypto right now. Right? Then on Wednesday, we looked at 7 habits of successful forex traders. And those habits, we found out that those habits are not just for forex trading, but majorly they are habits that will help anybody trading the financial market, right? So you need to go back and watch that video if you're interested in learning how to trade forex. Remember, we said that's one of the most liquid market in the world, right? One of the most liquid markets. Is a $7 billion market a day. Daily volume is $7 billion, right? You are wondering why someone like Tony Elumelu of UBA, why he's balling. It's forex now. It's forex. Let me explain. I'm not telling you that he's trading charts or this, and that's not what I'm saying. But one thing you need to understand is the reason why banks, let me not just say this, but one of the things you need to understand is that banks are shorting the naira, right? Banks are shorting the naira. And when I mean shorting the naira, banks are the ones hoarding dollars. So the fact that dollar is reducing in our naira is losing value against the dollar, the banks have a big stake in it, right? Remember, one of the things I said when we were talking about forex on that day is that banks are the major players. They are major players. It's very funny to find out that I was just learning today that cheaper cash is somehow, right? I've not confirmed that, but I was hearing that it's somehow owned by Tony Elumelu, right? And if that is true, cheaper cash has one of the highest exchange rates, right? If the black market is selling at 1,510 or 505, cheaper cash is selling at 1,580. Like, don't you know, send your dad, right? So you need to understand that the bankers are the major players in this thing. So for you to be able to make money from this, you need to understand how they think, how do winning traders think, right? So that is one of the things. So we go back to that video that was on Wednesday, day 4, right? Then on Thursday, we talked about the CBN regulation and what it means for investors. What does the CBN regulation mean for investors? We looked at all of those things. And if you are in Nigeria and you actually intend to trade crypto, you should not, you should not ignore the CBN documents. You need to understand what it's about. One of the problems we have as Nigerians is the fact that we do not consciously go for knowledge. One of my mentors said, knowledge must precede wealth. Knowledge must precede wealth. Should wealth precede knowledge, that wealth is at risk. I'll say it again. Knowledge must precede wealth, right? Knowledge must precede wealth. And should wealth precede knowledge, that wealth is at risk. Now, what does that mean? If you intend to make money from any sphere, let's just look at this briefly, right? So, you want to be a banker. You go to the university for 4 years. Then you eventually go and do your service. It takes you 5 years. Now, you now start banking. But don't forget, you don't just come out from NYC and you get the position of a bank manager, right? Even if you actually did MSc and you don't just get that position. You are going to work in that for a while. Now, so you somehow, you think that with your 30 minutes or 1 hour course you took on Udemy, or a 3 hours video you watched on Facebook or YouTube, that it's sufficient enough for you to say that you are now a professional in trading, right? Is wrong. So knowledge must precede wealth. Should wealth precede knowledge, that wealth is at risk. And that's why you find out that most musicians, most footballers, and the rest of them that make so much money, even those that act film, movie actors, right? We discover that at the later stage of their lives, we are crowdfunding for them, we are opening GoFundMe accounts for them. Why? Because their wealth preceded knowledge, right? And it's not just knowing about your craft, is understanding the concept of money, right? I usually say for you to be wealthy, there are 3 things you must understand about money. And that is 1, how to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply money. How to make money is the peripheral. Just everybody knows how to make money. As a matter of fact, if you come to Abuja, you are going to discover that these Aboki guys, they know how to make money. They wake up every morning and they are hustling, they are on the streets, right? The average Aboki guy comes from wherever he comes from. A vehicle stops him at the park, he enters streets, look for somewhere to get. I even hear that they collect those things on loan. Just get white rubber, meet the person selling pure water, collect pure water. For every pure water he sells, he makes 100% of the money, right? So he gets today, in one day, he has sold 3 bags. He has made over 300 naira or 400 naira. He uses the 400 naira to pay for the rubber he bought. And the next day he goes on. He knows how to make money. But why is he still poor? Why is it that if you come in the next 4 or 5 years, he's still poor? Because he doesn't know how to manage money. Now, let's look at managing money now. The average guy that works in the bank, the average lady that works in the bank, you are earning 120K. But at the end of every year, you are broke. What is the problem? You have problem with managing money. While some other people have mastered how to manage money, they've gone to the outskirts, they built their house, they live in their house. These guys have literally understood management. right? They apportion each, you know, they don't spend anyhow. They are not reckless spenders. They are very pious, right? But these guys are not wealthy. They've understood how to manage money. They are never broke, but they are never wealthy. So there is that point where you are not broke, but you are not rich. Those people have understood money management. But for you to move from money management, from being just there to being wealthy, you must understand the concept of how to multiply money. And that's one of the reasons why this program was created. And we focused 4 sessions out of 7. We focused on money, how to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply money. Right? So these are the things we are going to be looking at in the course of this program, right? Then on Friday, we looked at journey to self-discovery. Now, that is a very important, it was very eye-opening, even for myself, that was actually talking about it. You can never get to a point where you feel, I have finally discovered myself, right? At every point in time, you must understand that you are still discovering yourself. Like, you can never just get to that point where you feel, I'm there. It's a journey. So you need to go back and watch that video. That was day 5, that was day 6 on Friday. Then yesterday we had the honor of having one of my friend and brother, Mr. Sijibomi Mike Onundi. And it was eye-opening, right? It was eye-opening. He said something that was really, really amazing. It wowed me because he talked about the art of goal setting, right? The mission is possible. Mission is possible. And there was a scenario he gave that blew my mind. It blew my mind, literally. And what was that scenario? That, can you drive a car that doesn't have a steering? In all honesty, what the answer in my head was no. Excuse me. But he went on to say, yes, a car without steering can actually be driven. It can move. It will start. The engine will steam. So long as the throttle and the brakes are working, it will move. But you cannot guarantee, there is no way that vehicle can take you to your location. So he went on to say, goals are the steering we use to drive our destiny to our location. So for you to drive your life, to achieve purpose, goals are the steering. It was very powerful. It was very, very powerful. And he did justice to it. He killed it. So I would really advise you go back and watch that video. It's very, very important. Watch that video. It will change your life. It will open your eyes. It will open your mind. Right? And today, I'm going to be answering one question. Today is supposed to be very short. It's not going to be as long as it used to be. Like I said, our meetings are supposed to be between 15 minutes to 30 minutes. But because of how sweet and how juicy some of our contents are, right, you find out that we take time to break it, right? I'm not marketing anything to you, right? I'm not marketing anything to you. So the question is, why Minds and Money series? Why did we decide to give this series out? Why? Because the truth of the matter is, we have not seen anything yet when it comes to the Mind and Money series. We have about 92 days left. And in those 92 days, we have 27 guest speakers. I mean, 27 guest speakers. I'm not telling you guest speakers that I went to collect from the university. I'm talking of people that have mastered their art, people that are big names in their industry. That is exactly what I'm talking about. 27 guest speakers. They are going to be on the show for the next 92 days. We are going to, right, we will mess with your mind. I will take those things. It's going to be amazing. I can promise you. You don't want to miss any session. I don't want to start calling them, but from tomorrow, the flyers are going to start reeling out. You are going to start seeing the flyers, and you're going to see all our speakers. It's amazing. Tomorrow I'm going to be having one of my friend and brother, Godwin Adoga, and he's a financial guru. He's a financial beast, right? He's going to be on call and we are going to be talking so much, right? But what exactly is the aim of the Minds and Money series? Two things. One, financial growth. Two, personal growth. These are the two things that drive me. These are two things that motivate me. These are two things that I wake up to every morning, to see people financially free and to see people making better decisions, right? So the main aim of this series is to help individuals achieve both personal and financial growth. Both personal and financial growth, right? Now, but there is something in every of our Sunday meetings, these AMA sessions, I'm going to be talking about laws of growth. The laws of growth. And today, the law I'm going to be talking about is the law of intentionality. The law of intentionality. You cannot assume that you would automatically grow. There is a mistake we make. And the mistake we make is that because as a child, you didn't do anything for you to start growing tall. As a girl, you didn't do anything to start growing breasts. You didn't do anything to start having pubic hairs. You didn't do anything to start growing beards. So you just assume, your mind has been conditioned that growth is automatic. But that's a lie. Growth is not automatic. Growth has to be intentional. Nice one. That's now just scored. Okay, back to it's 3-1 now, though. It's 3-1. You know, some Liverpool fans were making so much noise, you know, but it's good, it's good, it's good. Back to growth. Now, growth is intentional, right? Growth is very, very intentional. You have to be intentional about it. You don't assume that you would automatically grow. Stop that assumption, right? In the words of Bruce Springsteen, he said, a time comes when you need to stop waiting for the man you want to become and start being that man you want to be. You have to stop waiting for the man you want to become and start being the man. Growth has to be intentional. What are you doing about your personal growth? What are you doing about your financial growth? That's the question. We do not improve by simply living. It is an intentional act. You have to be very intentional about it, right? Allen said, people are anxious to improve their circumstances, but are unwilling to improve themselves. Therefore, they remain bound. People are anxious to improve their circumstances. You want to be rich. You want your finance to change. You want to drive that car. You want to achieve that dream. Guess what? Personal growth is required. Growth must precede, oh Jesus. I mean, knowledge must precede wealth. Knowledge must precede wealth. You must be intentional. What book are you reading? What course are you taking? Who are you listening to? What audio message are you listening to? What exactly are you doing intentionally about changing your current situation? Personal development is very important. Very important. Michael de Montaigne said, no wind favors he who has no destined pot. I'll repeat it. No wind favors he that has no destined pot. What does that mean? As a sailor, if you want to move to the east, you are going to follow the northeast wind. If you are going to the west, you will follow the northwest wind, right? Wherever it is you are going to, you will wait for the season where the wind that blows towards that time will blow, towards that side will blow. Then you will just set your sail and the wind will take you. But if you have no destination, no wind will favor you. So that's the mistake we make. That's the mistake we make. If you want to be better, you must be intentional about it. The assumption that you automatically grow is wrong. The next problem people have when it comes to intentionality is that they don't know how. They don't know how to grow. Now, how do you do this? Somebody said, outside of my faith, the decision to grow has impacted my life more than any other. You have to decide to grow. And when you decide to grow, you need to fill the knowledge gap. What is the difference between you and where you want to be is knowledge. There is an information you are lacking. That is why you are not there yet. I remember the story of a man that I was told. This man works as an engineer. So he was called to fix a job. He was called to fix a machine, a very heavy-duty machine. The machine wasn't working. They've done everything. All the engineers within the company has tried to fix it, but it wasn't just working. So they decided, let's call this guy. Then the man came. He said, turn the machine on. They tried turning it, and it didn't work. Then he just took his hammer and went somewhere and just hit one iron. And he said, turn it on. And they turned it on, and it worked. Then they asked, what is our bill? He said $10,000. And the manager was mad, was furious. What is $10,000 for? What did you just do? You just hit this thing. Then he said, the actual hitting is $1. Knowing where to hit is $9,999. Knowledge. Knowledge. Go for knowledge. Go for knowledge. Very important. The knowledge gap, you have to fill it. You have to intentionally fill the knowledge gap. The next problem people have with intentionally changing or growing is it's not the right time to begin. There is no time to start growing. There is no time to start. Start from where you are. The longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds that you will never actually do it. That is the law of diminishing intent. The law of diminishing intent states that what? The longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds that you will never actually do it. Right? So start now. I remember saying yesterday that one of the biggest definitions I've had about procrastination is that procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God owes you another chance to do what you had the time to do today. As in, nobody owes you another chance. Take action now. The next reason why people are not intentional about their growth, or one thing that also that affects the growth of individuals, is the fear of making mistake. The fear of making mistake. What if I make mistake? What if it no work? Really? Go for it. You need to understand that the same probability of failure that exists is the same probability of success that exists. The same. It's a 50-50 chance. If you go for knowledge and you go head on, don't be scared of making mistakes. As a matter of fact, in one of all these series, there is a series called It's Okay to Fail. There's a topic. We are going to look at it today. It's okay to fail. That mistake gap, you need to fill it if you want to grow. Then another gap you need to fill if you want to grow is the perfection gap. You are waiting for the perfect time. That it has to just everything, all my stars have to align. Abayomi, well done. Well done. Want to align stars. Just be playing. There is no best time. There is no perfect time. Now is the time. Go for it. Another gap you should fill is inspiration time. Inspiration gap. I don't feel like doing it. Philemon, well done. Well done. Wait for your feelings. You will be amazed. You will be astounded. That's inspiration gap. Feel it. Feel it. One of the Nike has one of the most inspirational slogan. And do you know what that slogan is? Just do it. Don't wait for motivation. Just do it. Bro, just take that action. Just ask that girl out. Just invest in that business. Do it. Buy that book. Just read it. Right? So, another gap you have to fill is that others are better than me. Comparison. I can't do it because, I'm not sure I can. This guy better pass me. This guy is better than me. This guy is better than me. Really? Just do it. Nobody is better than you. Trust me, guys. Nobody is better than you. Then the last gap is the expectation gap. Hey, this thing hard. I thought it would be easier than this. That gap. You expect it to be simple. Are you joking? Now, let me share something. When we started this 100 days, right? Initially, it was looking like, we are going to do 100 days. It was going to be fun. It was going to be this. It was going to be that. Until bills started coming. My internet was giving me problem. We had to buy another one. Another 25K has gone. The 25K internet was still giving problem. We have to change the modem. Another 35K has gone. And, gen was giving problem. We had to get another gen. And then we are saying, okay, we are going to use a certain method to stream the program, and a lot of technical issues and all of that. So we had to use the present streaming method. And it was funny, right? It was very funny. But eventually, here we are. If I tell you it has not been draining, trust me, I lie. I'm using one eye to talk to you. I'm using one eye to watch scores. Because Arsenal is playing Liverpool. And by the way, we won. We won Liverpool 3-1. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, so we can beat our chest. We are the Gunners. Yes. Okay, but that's by the way, right? So, but if you look at all, it's not going to be easy. That's what I'm trying to say, you said. Right? Today is Sunday. I'm in the office. I'm going to be in the office every evening for the next 93 days. You have to be intentional about this thing. Right? Growth doesn't just happen. Growth doesn't just happen. And one of the things you need to do if you are really intentional about this thing is, you see these 100 days, if you are serious about changing your finance, about growing in your finance and growing in your personal life, even if you miss the live session, please follow it. I beg you, watch it again. I'm not charging you, right? I'm not charging you. If you don't have data, do 9 subscription, watch it in the night. But these 100 days, try and not miss one. The guests that will be coming will blow your mind. Yesterday, I'm sure, as in Mr. Mike blew my mind. And tomorrow, Godwin Adoga is going to be coming. and he's going to be killing it. He's somebody you need to hear speak. You really need to hear him speak. He's my friend and brother. We share a lot, and he's a professional in the financial market. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. So, guys, please and please and please, this program has been packaged for your growth, your personal growth and your financial growth. If you are intentional about growth, that's the only way you can actually achieve this growth. And for you to be intentional, what you need to do is to fill all these gaps that we have talked about. And one thing you can do to show yourself that you are actually serious is not to miss one day of this program. And should you miss it, always go back and watch it. Thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to be coming here and it is going to be amazing. Tomorrow we are going to be going back to business and we are going to be looking at why your business must be online in 2024. And I have my brother and friend Godwin Adoga. We are going to be sharing the stage tomorrow and it promises to be amazing. Really, really, really amazing. So thank you very much, guys. I believed you gained value. Feel free to share this video with your friends. Feel free to put it up and all of that until I come your way tomorrow. God bless you.